Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. This is Shoe DIY, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to loosely lace your Jordan 4's. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to lace your right shoe and the left shoe in a loosely laced style. So let's start by taking the lace down through that first hole on the outside of the shoe. Just pull it up a little way into your shoe. And then when you take the lace across, make sure you're flattening it out, and the end of the lace is going to go down the first hole on the inside of the shoe. And again, you're just going to draw it a little way up into the shoe, and then we're going to put the laces together and pull up to make sure that the laces are the same length on both sides. So I'm going to keep that nice and loose at the front. We're going to take the outside lace and bring it across to the second hole on the inside. I'm going to catch it on my finger as well, which means I can get rid of any twists that might happen in the lace. And then it also lets me put a little bit of a loop sitting above that eyelet. Then we're going to take the inside lace across to the second hole on the outside. Again, I'm going to catch it on my finger to make sure I've got that loop, and then I'm going to stop there and just check that I've overlapped them and that I'm happy that they're all just as I want them to be. So that one's sticking out a little bit too much, and now they're the same as each other, and I can carry on up the shoe. So then I'm going to take the outside lace across to the third hole on the inside. And then the inside lace is going to come across to the third hole on the outside. Keep that lace in your hand, and you're going to bring it across to the inside fourth hole. And then the inside lace is going to come across to the outside fourth hole. And I'm just going to overlap them all to make sure they're sitting just the way I need them to. And then I can see here that this one's a little bit more sticking out a bit more, so I can pull that one through a little bit. And then I can adjust them as I go up to make sure they're all looking the same amount. So I'm going to take the outside lace across to the next inside hole. It is worth stopping as you go up, you make your way up the shoe, just to check that it's all looking just the way you want it to, rather than trying to adjust it all at the end. And then the inside lace comes across to the next hole on the outside. And then the outside lace comes across to the next hole on the inside. And then the inside lace comes across to the hole on the outside. It's also worth bearing in mind that what you can do to make sure that your loops are the same as each other as you work your way up the shoe. Just check that one, because it looks like it's twisted as it's come through. So I'm just going to untwist that on my finger. And the other thing you can do as well, if you pull out your shoes, it makes sure that the loops stretch across the same amount, so they'll be the same as each other as well. Then you can take the outside lace across to the hole on the inside. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside. And then the outside lace, hang on, I'm just going to check that's twisted as it's gone in there. The outside lace then comes across, and I'm going to come round and down into that hole there, first hole on the collar. So sometimes it helps us to put it through the plastic first and then get it through the hole, push it through the hole. So I'm just going to leave that there. And then the inside lace comes across, and again I'm going to go around the outside in through that first hole and pull it through. And then to finish off, I'm going to take the outside lace, I'm just going to pull that a little bit more. I'm going to take the outside lace and I'm going to take it through that second hole. Like that. And then I'm going to take the inside lace and I'm going to do the same. In fact, it seems to be a bit shorter, this one, so I'm just going to pull this one in a little bit to give me a little bit more lace. And then I'm going to take that out through that second hole. So push it through that second hole, and then you want to make sure that when it's through, you've got the same amount of lace coming down on both sides like that. And then just pull out your shoe just to check that all your loops are the same as each other. You're happy with how much is hanging out, and then just make sure that they're all crossed over. So you've got that great looking loosely laced style. So there's your right shoe. Let's move on to the left. So with the left shoe, some people ask, where do you start? Do you start on the inside? Do you start on the outside? I always do exactly with the second shoe that I've done with the first shoe. So I'm going to start to take the lace down through that first hole on the outside, and then you'll make sure that your lacing style mirrors each other on both shoes. Then when you take the lace across the front, again I'm going to flatten it all out so there's no twists. Bring the end down through the first hole on the inside, pull it up a little way, and then we're going to make sure our laces are the same length, ends together, and pull up. And again I'm going to loosen it off so it matches the other shoe, and then I'm going to take the outside lace across to the second hole on the inside of the shoe. So when I bring it across, I'm making sure that I'm flattening it out and I'm catching it on my finger so I can get rid of any twists in the lace as well. Just checking that's gone in like that, nice and untwisted. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of a loop sitting above the hole like that. And then we're going to take the inside lace, bring it across to the second hole on the outside. And then I'm going to stop and just make sure that they are the same as each other. They match that first little bar that I've made on the front. Pull that one in a little bit, and then I'm going to carry on. So I'm going to take the outside lace across to that third hole on the inside. Again, catching it on my finger makes it a lot easier. Then the inside lace comes across to the hole on the next hole on the outside. And keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the next hole on the inside. Again, just flattening it out before we bring the lace down into the hole. Like that. And then the inside lace is going to come across to the next hole on the outside. Just going to make sure that they're all overlapping each other. And pulling out the shoe as well to check that the loops are the same. And then the outside lace comes across to the inside. Just make sure I haven't twisted that one. It is worth stopping. Last thing you want to do is get to the end of your lacing style and realise you've got a problem down here, so you've got to unpick all your laces. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside. Keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the next inside hole. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside hole. And then the outside lace comes across to the inside. And then I'm just going to stop and pull out my shoe to make sure that they're all the same. And then the inside lace is going to come across to the next outside hole. checking it hasn't twisted as it's come through there. No, that's okay. And then the outside lace comes across to the inside. So this time again, I'm going to go out and down through that outside hole. So you're going for the first hole in the collar. So bring that through. And then the inside lace comes all the way around to the first hole on the collar. Like that. And then I'm going to take the outside lace out through that second hole and let that drop down. And the inside lace comes across and out through that second hole on the outside of the shoe. Like that. So I'm just going to check they're the same as each other. Make sure they're not twisted as they've come through there as well. And then pull out your shoe and then double check that all of your loops look the same as each other. Some just aren't a little bit wider than others. And then check that they're all overlapped. So all got that great loose look. Like that. So let's just check that they both look the same as each other. So I'm just going to check that these are as they should be and that they're all overlapped as well. Bring that up, cross that over, and just make sure what's hanging out is the same on both sides. So we've got the same. So there you have your Jordan 4's loosely laced. Now I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. Thanks for watching.